touching down on one of the world's most thrilling runways. Welcome to stunning St Barths. From the moment we land, the island greets us with turquoise waters, red-roofed villas, and breathtaking views. I'm hopping on a scooter to explore every corner of this Caribbean gem. We mapped out our route, and the first stop is just a short drive away, where it was time to see our landing from quite the opposite perspective. A bit of a pit stop. I am approaching the beach from which I can see all of the planes taking off on this famous runway. It's a super short runway, and with this amount of wind, it must be a really hard job landing and taking off. I think I'm about to see some very wobbly planes. Wow! Goes right over your head. This is pretty cool. Right on the same beach, there is a hotel that used to be a windmill. And actually, if you look over there, pretty much every meter on this beach is dotted with hotels. Now, I don't know if you can hear the wind behind me, but this is the windier side of St Barths, where I'm staying, which is on the Gustavia side. It's a lot less windy, so I'll show you that a little bit later. But if you come around again, you can see this little barrier is for the airport, and I've never seen anything like it, where the airport physically comes out into the beach and there has to be a barrier for you not to walk onto the runway. There is actual traffic here, and having lived on an island for a few months now, I have to say I am no longer used to it. On all these islands, there's always so much color in the houses. Makes me really happy, but the different thing about St Barths is that it's not only cute, colorful houses, but also a lot of really high-end, fancy luxury. You're gonna see what I mean in a little bit. We're approaching Gustavia, which is the city center, so to speak, of St Barths. There's a lot of designer shops, a lot of independent boutiques as well, which is what I'm going to show you. You'll see there is a big contrast between other islands that I've shown you on my channel and St Barths, which attracts a lot of very wealthy people. Same as some Bulgari and some Prada, Hermes, Dolce & Gabbana, everything right on this oceanfront street. Look at that. So nice to drive around, especially on such a silent electric scooter. Swapping one hat for another, represent, and on my way to the beach for some lunch. One thing that I've noticed in my very short time in St Barths is that the prices are through the roof. Like, more expensive than Monaco, more expensive than Miami, more expensive than BVI. So to give you a quick example, I'm at the beach and a sunbed is either 80 or 180 euros, which is equivalent to like $100 or $200. When I arrived earlier today, I saw a packet of chips, like a plain packet of Lay's, that was 17 euros. I'm not even joking, it's like 20 bucks. Anyway, it is what it is. I know that I definitely expected it, but when you see it, yeah, it's a bit shocking. Done with the scooter tour. Now let's go check out the 5-star hotel I've picked in Gustavia. For my one night stay here, I've picked the Carl Gustaf Hotel, which is very luxurious. It is a famous hotel here and it's definitely very high end, but you know, we figured it was worth it just because we're only here for 24 hours. It is very close to Gustavia, virtually in the Gustavia area, just a little bit uphill. But that means that you get this stunning view. I really love the design here, and I'll give you a little walkthrough of our room as well. I've come down to the same area where I was before to walk around a little bit. It looks very, very different at night. And the reason that I'm here is I wanted to show you these signs. Here in St Barths, you'll see that a lot of signs are in French, but also in a language that you might not recognize, which is actually Swedish. I didn't know this, but St Barths used to be Swedish, so that's why all of the road signs remain in both languages. And on some of them, it even says like around what time period that's from. Pretty cool fun fact. And now it is time for dinner. What I've come to really appreciate about St Barths in the very short time that I've spent here is that everything is very tropical, despite it being relatively developed and modern compared to other islands in the Caribbean. And it really does remind me of south of France, which is natural, but there's this added Caribbean flair to it. And I don't know if you can hear that in the background. Hearing birds everywhere and being reminded that you are in the middle of nature has really added to making this a memorable experience for me. So this is unfortunately where I have to leave you guys because my day here has come to an end. So thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.